kwa login mapema kuliko wengine wote. Na imani huko uliko huko sawasawa. Tutakuwa na mgeni wetu yeye anaitwa Hamza Ali Hassan. Yeye ni raia wa Ghana na yuko Accra. Sasa hivi yuko standby. Nadhani ngoja tunamwambia aanze sasa, atujoin moja kwa moja, alafu nitamkaribisha tuweze kuanza session. Na imani siku yenu imekuwa tayari, imekuwa vizuri, na atatumia lugha ya Kiingereza. Kwa hiyo na nitamwomba awe anazungumza taratibu ili muweze kuelewa. Kiingereza ni sawa na Kisukuma, sawa na Kichaga. Kwa hiyo isikupe shida hiyo. Na mara nyingi Viingereza vya Afrika vinafanana, ni ile accent tu inaweza ikawa iko tofauti kidogo, lakini ataongea taratibu na ataongea kana kwamba mko mmekaa mahali na mezani na mtu. Kwa hiyo hatatumia slide yoyote, atakuwa tu anazungumza. Kwa hiyo itakuwa more friendly na inakuwa iko more natural kwanza. Maana mara nyingi tunapokuwa na slides unakuta zinakulazimisha kuzungumza ambacho kiko kwenye slides, lakini most of the time uhitaji kufanya vitu vyote hivyo. Kwa hiyo namsubiria tu hapa tujoin tuweze kuanza session. Na wale ambao mnafanya biashara, kwa kibiashara yeye yuko level ya software manager. Ana manager 10 na ngapi? Ana manager 14 so far. Yeah, so kwa tutakuwa naye shortly hapa. Tunajaribu kumtafuta hapa kuona kama amesha join in. Bado simuoni hapa. Subiri hapa nione kama yupo. Bado sijamuona. Kwani uliza anatumia jina gani? Sija kaona anatumia jina hiyo Jadiru Hassan. Ngoja nicheke hapa. Is your name? What? Jadiru Hassan. Yeah, kwa hiyo najaribu kuangalia hapa nione kama ndo yeye au namna gani. Niambie kama ni yeye, basi niweze kumpandisha hapo juu aweze kuanza session. Okay? Yeah, so atajaribu kushare na sisi vitu ambavyo kwa uzoefu wake wa miaka mingi ananiambia inatakiwa passport is on the flyer. Yeah, so anapata shida ya kujoin, anasema passcode na nini. Ngoja acheke hapo. Yeah. Watu wa Zoom walilazimisha watu wao na join unaweka suma passcode na nini. Tutajaribu kutafuta njia nyingine ambayo mnaweza mpaka mna join bila kuweka passcode na sumbua sort of. Yeah. So otherwise mtafaidika, mtakaweza kufaidika. Ni vizuri ukawa na sehemu ya kuandika, maana usiamini sana memory yako. Okay? Maana kujifunza huwa hakuna mwisho. Na hii ya kujifunza mtaani inakuwa ina maana zaidi kuliko hata hiyo tunayofundishwa mashuleni. Kwa hiyo ni vizuri ukawa na habit ya kuandika notes. Kisha andika mahala uwezi kusahau. Sijui wenzangu, mimi huwa nikiandika kitu siwezi kusahau. Okay? Kwa hiyo ni vizuri ukajenga hiyo tabia, itakusaidia in the long run. Hata baada ya kutaka kutafuta material unayapata kirahisi kuliko ambavyo. Yeah, naona amesha join hapa. Ngoja ni mweka awe ni co-host. Okay. Yes, Hamza, can you unmute yourself? Hamza, do you hear me?
Mr. Chilato, how are you?
I'm good. Yeah. Can you switch on your video? We are ready to
It's
take.
on.
It's on, eh? Okay. So
Yes.
I'm
Can you guys see me?
yeah, yes, yes. Yes, Hamza, we can see you. I can see you. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah, so
Okay.
you can go ahead now. We have
Can you see me?
yes, we can see you. Okay, I can see you properly, and we can hear you as
All
well.
right. Perfect. Perfect. Perfect.
Yeah, but you have a huge chest. What's happening on what
I've been gymming. I've been
eh?
going to the gym.
Okay,
I've
fine.
been going to the gym.
Okay, go ahead, Hamza.
Mr. Chilato. All right. Thank you so much. Yeah. So good evening to our wonderful audience, and thank you very much for taking part of your time to come and listen to this wonderful training. It came at a very short notice, but my leader, ordered me to come, so I'm here. I hope you can hear me loud and clear, right? Can you hear me? Hello?
Yes, I can hear you. Go ahead, go ahead. Yeah.
All right, perfectly, perfectly. So, our training today, as the topic goes, it's all about positive mindset. Okay. Um, we are in the world today where everything is so difficult, and if you don't take care, um, the noise around will blow you away. So that is why I chose to come with this very topic. But before I move on, I just want to introduce myself briefly to our very wonderful audience. My name is Hamza Al Hassan. I'm a Ghanaian by nationality and by birth. I came across Forever Living Product some years back. Prior to that, I had finished school and I was looking for a job. And it was very difficult. As you know, everywhere in the world, it's tough time. So it was a bit of a challenge. I couldn't get any job. I tried so many things. Finally, I landed a job in one of the best hotels here in Ghana called Golden Tulip Hotel. So I worked with them for a while, and then I decided to quit because I was working very long hours, and I didn't have anything to do until someone introduced me to Forever Living Products. So I came in, and I was told this is a very good opportunity. It's not a job. And as a matter of fact, I wasn't looking for a job. I was looking for a great opportunity. So when I was introduced to the company, I was very excited about the whole show. I decided to keep myself on board. And today, my story is a very testament to a lot of people. And I can just tell you, it is going to be good. You just have to persist and don't quit. Years down the line, I've been so successful in whatever I've chosen to do, and I'm not regretting at all. So today's topic is having a very positive mindset. And having a very positive mindset is not an easy task. As I say, achieving a goal is a difficult task. It's not easy to achieve your goals. It's very, very difficult. Now, if you are flirting with the idea of giving up, then you could be throwing away something great, which is your future. Okay? Because you think things are going to be difficult for you, your goals are going to, it's tough. Then you decided to quit or you decided to give up. I'm saying that things are going to be difficult again and again and again. And if you decide to go on that route of throwing out the towel, then it means you are giving something big out there, which is your future. So there's going to be anxiety about the future, uncertainty about the future, okay, and fear of failing, etc. Okay, but what I am going to encourage you to do is you should push yourself to keep going. After all, you will never know how close you are, to succeed if you quit. I hope I'm clear. You will never know how closer you are to your success if you quit. So I'm encouraging you. Quitters don't win and winners don't quit. Okay? For that matter, I want you people to focus your attention on what we are going to talk about today. Okay? It has to do with what do you call it? Number one, to persist. Okay, you got to persist. Okay, by persisting means never ever give up, never ever quit, because quitters don't win and winners don't quit. And once I asked somebody, to persist means what? He said to persist means to promise yourself never to give up. Okay, to persist means what? Never ever to give up on whatever you told yourself you're going to do. Right. So point number 2 is have a winning mindset. Look, man. Have a winning mindset. Have a winning mindset. I mean, you should close there. Okay. No, you go. Let me drop. Voting. I'll come. Okay. So sorry about that. Point number 2 is to have a mindset. Okay. Having a winning mindset means it always seems impossible until it is done. So, I mean, tuning your mind to the fact that whatever you are doing, it is possible. The only limitation as to why we are not achieving what we are achieving is because we decide to have what we refer to as self-imposed limitation, limiting ourselves as to what we can do as human beings. So it always seems difficult, but it can be done. So have a winning mindset. Believe in the fact that if somebody has done something before, it is possible you can also do it. But mostly, I mean, within a twinkle of an eye, when we hit a rock, then we come back what? Complaining. So the second point is to have a winning mindset, okay? That's very important. Now, point number 2 is take the first step, then another. In other words, how long should you try in doing something? How long should you try? Ask yourself this question. Now, I would say that until you win. Okay? In other words, you have to keep trying. You don't have to stop. You don't have to give up. You don't have to listen to people. There are a lot of people who are failing something and they'll talk to you into failing. But failing is not an option, because if somebody has done something before and failed, it does not mean that any other person will fail in that. So I encourage you, point number 3 is to take the first step and keep trying. And how long should you try, ladies and gentlemen? Until you succeed. Okay? That is a winning spirit. That is what will make you who you want to become in future. It's not going to be easy. I can guarantee you that. If anybody tells you that it's going to be easy, then it means they are talking to you into failure. All right? Now, point number 4 on the tuning your mind to the positive mindset is never stop trying. Am I on? Hello, am I on?
Yes, you are. You are. You are on. Go ahead.
Wonderful. I just want to be sure. Okay. Yeah. So point number 4, as I noticed on this training today or conversation, is never stop trying. Okay. Never ever stop trying. The only time you stop trying is when you are dropped dead. But so far as you still have a little breath on you, you have some kind of life in you, you don't have to stop trying. So you just can't beat the person who won't give up. The person who won't give up, you can never ever beat that person. And I want each and every one of us to have that mentality, okay, of not just giving up, okay, and never ever stop trying. When you try something and it does not work, change another position. If it does not work, change your plan. If you keep changing the plan until it works for you, because I know it will work for you. Okay? All the very successful people around the world whom we are looking up to and pointing fingers at and wanting to be like them, role models, etc., they did not find it very easy. They were part of a smaller machine. In other words, a part of a smaller process, a part of what do you call it? A startup, a part of something that is very small. Okay? And then gradually, one step at a time, they keep building and building and trying and failing until they are where they are today. And today we point fingers at them and we want to be like them. Okay? Now, if you want to be like somebody like Jack Ma, or you want to be like somebody like, Mark Zuckerberg, or any of these big guys that we talk about, you have to look at the way and manner, they do their things. In other words, they are not the type of person who give up. They keep trying until they succeed. Okay. So point number 4 is never stop trying. Okay. Never ever stop trying. Now, point number 5, as we move on, is to be unstoppable. To be what? Unstoppable. Unstoppable. That is the right word. Never give up on something that you can go a day without or think about. Anything that you can go a day or think about a day without, never ever, okay, stop on that thing. Anything that will make you unstoppable will give you success. So be unstoppable, okay? No matter how long it takes, okay? Keep trying and keep changing ways. If somebody tells you that you are crazy, just tell them that until you win. I remember when I started building life and started building business, I used to talk to so many people. And one time I was doing one of my trainings and a guy came and said, but you've been doing these things all the time. When are you going to stop? And I said, I only stop when I'm successful. When I'm very successful in this, then I will stop. Until then, I'm not going to stop. So what I'm saying is, in every situation, in everything that you are doing, be unstoppable. Not your father, not your mother, not your spouse. Nobody should stop you. The only limitation is you. If you don't stop yourself, nothing is going to stop you. So never ever go a day without thinking about something that will make you who you want to be. So that will be point number 5. Be unstoppable. Don't allow anybody to stop you. Remember, if you are broke, trust me, nobody is going to feed you. Nobody feeds anybody who is broke. So whatever that is going to make you who you want to be in life, I encourage you, don't stop on it. No matter what the situation, no matter what it is, just be unstoppable, okay? And success will be your main ally instead of your enemy. I can guarantee you this. I've done it, I've tried it, and it has worked for me. And it has worked for so many other people that I know, and it can work for you, okay? Point number 6 in our positive mindset or thinking is remember your why. Remember the reason why you started, okay? Remember the reason why you started. Never give up, for that is just the place, time that, don't just give up, okay? All that I can say is remember the reason why you start something, okay? And know that whatever it takes to get you to the reason why you start something, you need to do it. Because most people give up because they don't understand clearly the reason why they start something. You don't just start because everybody is coming on. You don't just start because people say it is profitable. You don't just start because it looks so beautiful. You start because of your own why. Okay? If your why is big enough, nothing is going to stop you. Nothing is going to make you throw your hands in despair and say something is difficult. For that matter, you are quitting. So at any given time, always remember the reason why you start something. If your why is not big enough, if your why is not clear enough, if your why is bleak, then any wind can blow you away. But if your why is strong enough, trust me, you will go and go and go, and nothing is going to throw you away. Okay? So, ladies and gentlemen, it's very important. Just notice and note all these points that I'm talking about. Okay? So, point number 7, as we are moving on, is just a brief something that we are talking about today. Point number 7 is remember it is supposed to be hard. Remember, it is supposed to be hard. Life is not meant for people who are not hardworking. When we say hardworking, it's about breaking your bones. It's about continue changing the things that you are doing if it is not working for you. So remember, it's going to be hard. And what do you call Les Brown? Les Brown said that if you do things that are easy, your life will be difficult. But if you do things that are hard, you become a successful person. So remember, point number 7, it's supposed to be hard. Look, we are in a situation right now where everybody is complaining. In my country, people are complaining all over, left and right. I watch news, I watch television, etc. I mean, people are complaining around the world. But at the same time, people are buying cars that worth about $1 million, $300,000, $100,000. People are building houses. People are doing greater things. So what is the difference? The difference is the mindset. As soon as you don't tune the mindset on the right frequency, when the mindset is not on the right frequency, then you hear noise in your ears. It's just like a radio station. When the frequency is 99.7, and then you tune your frequency to 99.5 or 99.6 or 99.8, what do you hear from the radio? The only thing you hear is noise, air. So when the frequency of your mind is not properly tuned to what you're supposed to do, then you see that noise is beginning to come into your ears. And then the what do you call it? The things that are supposed to cheat you of what you're supposed to succeed in life, they begin to play. They begin to tell you things. It is not possible. You cannot do it. XY person has done it and he has failed. This person has done it and she has failed. And, I mean, you name it. You have 101 reasons why you should quit. Okay? But what I'm trying to tell you here is, remember, it's supposed to be hard. Nothing is supposed to be easy. If it is easy, then everybody will become a millionaire. If it is easy, everybody become a billionaire. If it is easy, everybody can do it. Okay? So to climb up on the ladder of success is hard. But hard work never kills anybody. Hard work makes you the person you want to be in life. So that is what I'm saying over here. Never ever quit. Never let somebody tell you that it is not possible. Okay? It is hard. Life is supposed to be so. But when you work and finally succeeded, then all the hard work, you forget about it. You're not going to think about it anymore. So all I'm saying is going to be hard. On the way to success, there are so many potholes. There are so many challenges. Don't let anybody tell you that it is easy. It is not easy. For you to become successful, it is not easy. But is it possible that you can become successful? Yes. Success has no boundaries. Success doesn't have classmates. Success doesn't know who you are. What success does know is any person who keep persisting and keep working, then success will be your ally. So I entreat you today, please. Nothing is going to be easy for you. If you think it's going to be easy for you, then I'm sorry. I'm very, very sorry. I'll disappoint you. It's not going to be easy. Okay? So it does not matter how slow you go, as long as you did not stop, anything is possible for you, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? Now, number 8, as we move on, keep moving no matter your pace. No matter how slow it is, I will tell you to keep moving. And that reminds me of a quotation, which was actually quoted by, what is his name? A gentleman from America. He's a civil rights activist. Okay? Now he says that, look, if you cannot run, Martin Luther King, he said, if you cannot walk, run. If you cannot run, fly. If you cannot fly, no matter what the situation, crawl. If you can't crawl, just keep moving. In other words, at any given time, do not stop. So point number 8 is keep moving. In every aspect of life, keep moving. I don't know what you do right now, and I don't care what you are doing. What I know about is whatever you are doing, don't stop doing it. Because the more you do something awful enough, the easier it is for the ratios to come out. And when the ratios come out, you become better. Okay? The only way you become better is to keep moving. Because if you do something that did not work for you, that does not mean that it is wrong. It means that do it the other way around. It means that try again. It means that keep moving. So point number 8, ladies and gentlemen, keep moving no matter your pace. It doesn't matter how slow it is. But most important is how endure you are into whatever you talk yourself into. Okay? So if you cannot do anything, just keep moving and keep learning. Keep moving and keep learning. Okay? We say that if you fall behind, run faster. Never give up. Never surrender and rise up against the odds. It doesn't matter if you fall behind or not. It doesn't matter your classmates, they are far away from you. It doesn't matter your colleagues are more successful than you. The most important thing is do not surrender. Rise up against all odds, okay? And make sure that you run as faster as you can, if you can, okay? To be able to do what? To catch up, all right? That's very important point over here. Number 8, okay? So point number 9, as we move on, ladies and gentlemen, is to rise up against odds. Is to rise up against odds. Successful men and women keep moving, okay? They make mistakes, but they don't quit. They make mistakes, but they don't quit. So if you want to be successful, rise up against all odds. Don't use anything as an excuse to hide behind to fail. Because naturally we are lazy people, including myself. All human beings are lazy. Why? Because we are contented in our own comfort zone. But when you are comfortable, your life is going to be hard. Okay? When you are comfortable, things are going to be difficult. When you are comfortable, you can't pay your bills. When you are comfortable, your children cannot attend the best schools you want them to attend. When you are comfortable, you cannot have the things of life. You can't have the success that you are looking for. So what I'm saying is rise against the odds of life. It's going to be hard. I can guarantee you that. But hard work doesn't kill anybody. So point number 9, rise up against the odds and keep moving. Mistakes are bound to be made. When you make a mistake, it means do it the other way. When you do it the other way and still you are not making it, keep doing it. Okay? And for sure, I can guarantee you, you will rise up. And when you rise up, you're going to forget about all the hard times, all the difficult times, all the tough things. You're going to forget about it. And like Jim Collins said, okay, that tough things do not last, but tough people do last. And whatever you are doing, build it up to last. Build up to last. Don't build something that is not going to crumble tomorrow. When you build something that is going to last, I'm sure generations will come and thank you for that. Sometimes when I'm doing a training, I do tell people that there are some people who are dead long ago, but up till now, there are still memorial services for them. And someone just died yesterday, okay? And he's been buried and forgotten. Why? Because the guy who died long time ago was able to leave a mark, was able to leave something for posterity. So it's not about you, ladies and gentlemen. I spoke to one gentleman before and he told me that, oh, why are you worrying us with success? After all, we all die one day. And I said, so you're thinking about yourself. What about your children? What about your grandchildren? What about your grandchildren's children? Don't think about yourself. Think about the 10th generation after you. Okay? That is very important. That is why we are struggling. Because if you don't break the chain of poverty, if you don't break the chain of affliction in your life, it's going to continue. And when it continues like that, you look at other people in your community, in your society, who are living good, who are living well. Ask yourself, how did it happen? It happened because once upon a time, someone stood up in the family and said enough is enough and decided to go to work. And today, the rest of the family are happy and everybody is happy. So ladies and gentlemen, don't think about yourself, okay? Think about the generation that will come after you, your children. Which school do you want them to attend if money was not a problem? Okay? The community that you want to live in, which community do you want to live in, wherever you are, if money was not a problem? If money was not a problem, what kind of car do you want to drive? If success was not a problem, what do you want to achieve in life? That is very important. Okay? So keep moving. Okay? Keep making the mistake. But don't quit. Okay? When you quit, you're going to lose. Then point number 10, as we are wrapping up, be resilient. Be what? Resilient and bounce back. Be resilient and bounce back. Please. Look, I have failed several times in so many things. In fact, in the business that I'm involved right now, I've fallen down several times. But anytime I fall down, I bounce back. Okay? So be resilient, be tough, be like a lion. Don't give up. Okay? Anything that happens to you, when you fall down, rise up again. Okay? Be resilient. Okay? Be tough. Have a thick skin because you're going to fail. You're going to fall down. You're going to lose money. You're going to be, talked about. Maybe your spouse will leave you. Okay? You never know. Maybe your children will forget you. Maybe your community will forget about you. Maybe something will happen to you, good or bad. But what I'm saying is be resilient and bounce back at any given time. At any given time, no matter what the situation, just go back, sit down, take stock of your life, look at the plus and the minuses. What did you do that was right? What did you do that was wrong? Come back again to the drawing board again and again and again, and make sure that you always bounce back. Okay? So you don't give up. That is point number 10. Be resilient and bounce back at any given time. Nothing will change unless you change. Because if you don't keep changing your position and changing the things that you are doing, we're saying that nothing is going to change. And to quote Jim Rohn said that for things to change, you as a person, you need to change. And for something to get better for you, you as a person need to get better. If you don't get better and you are expecting circumstances to change before you change, nothing is going to change. So please, it is high time we begin to thinking and write it in our mind's eye and know that it is not going to be easy. So all I'm saying is it's about mindset. It's about coming into your head and telling you that it is possible. If you failed before, please, that is not the end of it. Come back again and again and again and again. So any given time, bounce back. Be resilient. Be positive. Be tough. Ask questions. Learn from your own experience and the experience of other people. That's very important. Whatever you have done that did not work for you is your own experience. Go to other people and ask them of their experience. Add your experience and that of someone else's experience. Marry it together, and trust me, you will be on your way to success. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's not going to be easy. It's going to be hard. But I can guarantee you, along the line, it's to be sweeter for you. The deal is going to be sweeter because you did not give up. So to recap, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just about wrapping up because I have just 10 points for you. Point number 1 is to persist. Very important. Never ever give up. Point number 2, have a winning mindset. Okay? Point number 3, take the first step, then another. Okay? It's just like a staircase. You don't jump from the top. You stand from the bottom. And then you start to put one step and you keep going. Point number 4 is to never stop trying. Very important. Never ever stop trying and never ever quit. Point number 5, as I'm recapping, be unstoppable. Don't allow anything to stop you. Point number 6, remember your why. In other words, the reason why you start something. Very important. Point number 6, remember why you start something. Okay? Point number 7, remember it's supposed to be hard. It's supposed to be hard. In every aspect of life, remember, it's supposed to be hard. It's not supposed to be easy. It does not matter, but it's supposed to be hard. Okay? Point number 8, keep moving, no matter your pace. Keep moving. Don't stop. As Martin Luther King said, if you cannot walk, run. If you cannot run, fly. If you can't fly, crawl. If you can't crawl, no matter what the situation, just keep moving. You will certainly get to your destination. Okay? That's very important. Point number 9. Okay? Rise up against all odds. Against all odds, please rise up. Point number 10, be resilient and bounce back at any given time. Be resilient and bounce back at any given time because nothing is going to change if you don't change the circumstances around you. So, ladies and gentlemen, my short presentation has ended. I think I did about 35 minutes or so, or 30 minutes. And I'll end it up here. And thank you and thank our host, Mr. Chilato, for giving me the opportunity to come and share these few words with you. So thank you so much, Mr. Chilato. I'm done.
Yes, Hamza, before you go, you have shared with us 10 points. What I want to
Yes.
do, if you can share with us all the kind of challenges you went through in building up your business. I remember at one time we met in Sierra Leone. It was tough. You know, you did that and you lost all the stuff. You went to open up a business in Liberia. So if you can take us through the journey, whatever challenge you face in Ghana to the point where I decided to go to Sierra Leone and then again to Liberia. If you can take us through the journey where we can see all these 10 points into your journey, to be very
Wonderful.
helpful. Yes.
All right. Thank you. So basically, you know, when I started, as a matter of fact, the company was not in Ghana. Okay. The company was not officially launched in Ghana. The company was in Nigeria, which is about 9 hours to 10 hours, maximum, maybe 12 hours from Ghana to Nigeria. And you need to go through about 4 borders before you enter into Nigeria. Because from Ghana, you come to the Ghana side of the border, then you go to the Togo side of the border, then you end from the Togo side of the border, then you get to the Benin side, which is the Togo side of the Benin side, Benin border, and then to the Benin border itself, then now to the Nigerian border between Benin and Nigeria. So it's about 4 borders you need to cross. And by that time, I didn't have money to fly, you know, because I had just started. So what I used to do is I'll go by road just to pick one single combo pack for 12 hours going, 12 hours coming back. And mostly it takes me 2 days, 3 days on my journey. Why? Because, I mean, sometimes you can't tell what's going to happen on the way. I remember one time on my way going, I left Ghana somewhere around 4 p.m. in anticipation that we'll get to the border before they close the border, because they used to close the border by 10 p.m. Unfortunately, the car broke down several times on the way, and we couldn't just reach on the border on time, at the border on time. So when we got to the border, it's just by the coast, by the sea. I mean, between Ghana and Togo, yeah? And unfortunately, I had just wore some t-shirt and jeans on my, just trying, because I knew I was going to cross. And we need to sleep by the coast, I mean, by the sea. You can imagine the wind and the cold at that night. And that was what I had to endure to cross into, you know, Togo. So I got to Nigeria, and then I bought my products, and I was coming back to Ghana. Between Benin and Nigeria, there's a place called Semeboda. And normally their stamps are so huge. I didn't want them to stamp my passport. So I gave them my national ID. And they said, "You don't have passport?" I said, "No, I don't have no passport." And then the guy said, "Okay." He looked at my ID, the immigration guy, and told me to go. So once I turned back to go, he saw my passport behind me in my pockets. And he called me back and said, "But you told us you don't have passport." And I had forgotten that my passport actually was in my back pockets. So they was like, "No, we need to investigate you. Why are you hiding? What is hiding? Why are you hiding? There's something cynical about you." I said, "Honestly, there's nothing cynical about me. I just wanted to make sure that, you know, my passport are not stamped over and over and over again." And they detained me there. I remember very well. They handcuffed my left hand to a metal what do you call it, chair, and put me down to sit down. You know, I sat there for some couple of hours, you know, through all kinds of investigation, and finally I was set free to go. So I left, and then I continued my journey. By then, the vehicle that actually I was in had already left, because normally you get down and stamp your passport, the vehicle will cross, and then you got to meet the vehicle at the other side of the border. So when I was not coming, they looked all over, they couldn't find me, but I was in the security room. They left. So when I finish, I have to find my way to get another car and then get to Togo, sleep in Togo, and then the next day I entered into Ghana, and then finally, you know, into Accra. I mean, this is the capital. And I have to go to the station to look for my product, because the products were in the car. Okay. So these are some of the things. Then finally, when we have checks, because we used to be paid just like we are being paid right now. And the checks were Nigerian checks. So if you have a check, for instance, you need to go to Nigeria to cash the money. Go 12 hours just to cash some few, I mean, what do you call it, US dollars or cedis. So what I used to do is, when I go around and talk to people, They accept, they agree. They said, oh, we are interested. And finally give me money to buy them the box. I have to go all the way to Nigeria. When they sign up others and make some bonuses, I'll ask them to put all their bonuses together. I mean, all my team members, and give me an authority note and take a photocopy of their checks and keep the photocopy and give me the original. Because in every aspect of life, somebody must own up to take responsibility. As soon as we shake responsibility, when things cannot hold or when the center cannot hold, then things will fall apart. So I saw the vision. Most other people did not see the vision. So they thought I was punishing myself because I told it's going to be hard. So for the fact that there was no forever living product in Ghana was not an excuse. As young as I was at that time, I will collect everybody's check, no matter how small it is. And I'll ask them, you know what? Just photocopy your check. It was in Naira. That is Nigerian currency. Photocopy it as an evidence. Have the photocopy. Give me your original copy of the check. Write an authority note for me. I'm going to go to Nigeria, go to the MD in Nigeria, Forever MD. She'll bulk all the checks together for me. I'll go to Zenith Bank and cash the money, come back to Ghana, give me your copies of your, what do you call it, your photocopies of your checks, then I'll disburse the money. And that's what I used to do. So one day, I remember very well again, at that same place, because that place is like a jungle, you know, that last border before you enter into Nigeria, it's like a jungle. You can find more than how many, checkpoints by all manner of people with big sticks just to extort money from people. So I went and collected at that time was 6 million naira. I don't know how much it is today, but it was a lot of money and still a lot of money. I went in there with different checks of my downlines, and so those who are not even in my team, and I went to the MD's office and I told her that this is an authority note from my team members who want their money, and for that matter, I volunteer to come to Nigeria to pick their monies for them. For that matter, I wish you bulk everything together and give me one single check so that I can go to the bank and cash it, and then on my way back to Ghana. So she was a bit, surprised. By then, Oyemade was the MD. And she was very happy, very excited that, hey, a young man of my caliber has taken that responsibility. So she wrote the check, and then she added one of her staff to go with me to the bank, to cash it. Not in my name, in their name, so that they can cash it for, because I didn't have a bank account in Nigeria. I mean, I couldn't cash that check myself. So they cashed the money for me, and straight up, I went to the lorry station from the bank and picked my vehicle on my way back to Ghana. So when I was coming, I got to the same place, and they asked me, who are you? I said, well, I'm a businessman. What do you do? I said, I'm into health and wellness, nutritional food supplement, etc. And they said, so what is your the nature of your business? I explained. And they said, any money to declare? I said, I don't have no money to declare. And the customs officer said, are you sure? I said, yes. So once I was about to move, I was having these baggies, this khaki trouser with baggies, pockets all over it on the side and what have you. So they saw that the side pockets were so bigger. So as I was walking, they called me back again. And then I came back. They said, but what is in your pocket? I said, nothing. So they searched me. And while they were searching me, they removed all those monies and put on their table. And they said, but you said you don't have any money. I said, okay, sorry about that, but I didn't know you guys very well, so I don't want to declare. Then they asked me, is that all you have? I said, yes. Then one of them put his hand behind me to search again, and he found some money. And he was like, okay, we will declare this, the very first one, but these ones will not declare because we didn't declare it. I said, but initially I didn't even declare this. So it was a banter between me and them. And the driver was so generous enough because he didn't see me. So he decided to come back after everybody had crossed and they were sitting in the bus waiting for me. There was one person missing, and that was me. He ran back to look for me because I was sitting very closer to him on his right-hand side. In Ghana, we drive left. In East Africa, you drive on the right-hand side. So I was more or less like a passenger to him, sitting on the right-hand side. So what happened was he came back looking for me, and he saw me with the security officers. And he was like, what are you doing here? I explained to him, that these guys are criminals. He knows them because he's been on that route for a very long time. So he pleaded with them, collected all the monies, And I told him that there's still some with them. He said, look, my brother, don't cry over spilled milk. Whatever you have, let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. So I said, well, no problem. So I followed him, and then we went, and then we got into the car. He gave my money back to me. I got back to Ghana. Of course, there's going to be a shortage. So I asked everybody to bring their, photocopy checks again for me to disburse. And when I disbursed, there was a shortage. And I owned up and said, this is a situation. And they said, oh, no problem. We agreed. I said, no, I don't want anybody to think bad about me. I'm going to pay that money. And lo and behold, I paid that money to everybody who was affected. Okay. So as time goes on, ladies and gentlemen, the challenges were many. The third challenge I had over there was when I went for the last time to collect the checks, I decided not to go through the border, but to sit on a motorbike to kind of escape, or more or less like, take a route, not to pass through the border, because there are motorbikes at the border. You can sit on the motorbikes and they can pass through the bush and get you to the other side. So I thought wise to be on the motorbike so that they don't search me again and what have you. Because as soon as you declare this money, they will start asking you so many questions. And I didn't want those questions. So what I did was the second time, or the last time that I was going to collect the money before Ghana opened, I decided to sit on a motorcycle so that we can, escape our way to the other side. So on the motorcycle, we passed through the bush. So as we're in the bush, I was thinking, I was like, this guy who is riding the motorbike, I don't know him. Where is he taking me to? I don't know. That was the devil advocate that was playing in my mind. So where is taking me? I don't know. But let me keep faith. So as we're going, it rained that day, and there was a pool of water in front of us, like a dam. So he decided to go into the pool of water with his motorcycle or motorbike. And it's muddy. So we got into the pool of water. Unfortunately, on our part, the motor got stuck in the mud. And he was a very short guy. He couldn't just place his legs on the ground or inside the water. So we all fell in the muddy water. I can guarantee you this. We all fell in the muddy water. And he was like, oh, begging extra. I said, look, please, don't worry. There's no point to beg. Let's just get out of here. So we raised the motor up. I kept pushing him until we get out of the water. All my body was drenched. I was totally soaked in muddy water. We tried our best to catch up, cross to the other side. When we got to the bus, everybody was like, where are you from? What happened to you? And I was like, hey, man, this is what happened. I fell in the water. I went to greet a family member at the other side. And then, unfortunately, there was a pool of water. We fell in there. So I couldn't sit on my seat. So I sat on the staircase of the bus. When you are going to the bus, there's a staircase. That's where I sat until we get to Ghana. Okay? And finally, the company officially opened. And I remember going for a success day, but then I was a supervisor. And I was supposed to be recognized by Rex. And the success day was in Abuja. Abuja is about 12 to 13 hours from Lagos. That is the commercial capital. Okay, to the capital. It's about 12 hours. And I have to leave Ghana, go for 12 hours to Lagos, from Lagos to Abuja, another 12 hours. And I remember I got to Lagos very, very early in the morning. And I was told that the buses are not leaving until night. So I have to sit at the bus station from morning until 9 p.m. before the buses depart. On our way going, the bus stopped somewhere in the middle. And we're like, what is happening here? And the driver said, you guys have been sleeping all along. And I drove for about 1 hour plus. I didn't see cars coming from the other side. So I'm suspecting that there might be an armed robbery attack. So the road is being blocked. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to park right here and wait for other cars behind us to come so that we can move in a convoy so that we'll be safer. And trust me, lo and behold, buses came, other cars came, we all waited until we formed a long convoy. On our way going, we went for about some few kilometers, I don't know how many, and we saw a huge log, like a tree, that was cut and crossed the road, and people were robbed of their belongings and so on and so forth. So I got to Abuja very late in the morning, early morning, around 10 to almost 11 a.m. My head was, aching, passion because of almost 2-3 days of not sleeping. you know, was recognized as a supervisor. I slept at the station in Abuja and boarded my bus the next morning on my way back to Ghana. Another almost 24 hours traveling. Okay. And finally, the company opened in Ghana. When the company opened in Ghana, and the luta continued. And what happened was, I actually decided to move all over the country. We have 10 regions in our country. Okay, moving north, south, east, west, etc. Just trying my best. Traveling the night, sometimes you get a broken bar, sometimes an accident will happen, etc. And I remember one time I was in a bus coming from the second city, it was about 5 hours to Accra, and the tire of the bus removed. And how I used to allocate my time is every Monday I do business skills training. Tuesdays I'll do presentation on BOM, and then Wednesdays I take orders from the regions because the office was just one. So they'll fax all their orders to me, those who are into business, and then I'll pick the orders, the fax, and then I'll do the orders and then dispatch it to them. And then on Thursdays I'm on my way by 4 a.m. I'm on my way going to the second city. By 8, I'm there in the morning. All right. And then I'll wait until maybe 4 p.m. I'll go and prospect. And then I have a location that I will do my presentation on Thursday. After the presentation from 4 o'clock up to maybe 6 to 7, now I'll end the presentation. I'll go to a joint. It was a gas filling station, like a petrol station. I'll sit there in a car and sleep a little bit. And then 12 o'clock midnight, I'll set off back to Accra, another 5 hours journey, which will be Friday early morning. Why? Because by 1 o'clock sharp, I have to go to the Eastern region, which is just 1 hour from Accra, to do another presentation. From there, I'll come back to Accra, and on Saturday in the morning by 10 o'clock, I was at a place called Kama Conference Center. And there, I was doing another BOM presentation. And then on Sunday, I'll be doing product training and product knowledge. I did this for how many years? I don't know. Okay, until everything stabilized, and so many things happened. Company opened officially, products were coming in, people were making their bonuses, car qualifications were going on. I mean, people were becoming successful, and that is my happiness, that at least I was able to take that challenge. And the Western was what Mr. Chilato told you guys. In 2013, 2014, I decided to go to Sierra Leone, which is a what do you call it, a regional country. It's about 2 hours flight from Ghana, and Ebola set in. I went in for just 2 weeks, but Ebola set in, and I stayed there for 11 months because borders were closed, airspace was closed, what do you call, traveling was closed, everywhere was closed until further notice. And Mr. Chilato was with me together. So we're like, what do we do? Should we cry? No, we shouldn't cry. There are human beings living here. Deaf or no deaf, we're going to succeed. So we decided to start our own business presentation. Although there was no way people could gather because of the contamination or spread of the disease. By myself and Mr. Chilato said to ourselves that, look, we are visitors here. No father here, no mother here, no brother here, no sister here. We know nobody. The company hadn't even officially opened. Okay? And we needed to kind of, make sure that at least those few people that we have, they don't lose focus. We stayed in that country. I remember I stayed there for 11 solid months. And we were doing presentations every Saturday just to sensitize the people. Although we have few, skirmishes, because the security were almost all the time going around to make sure that there's no public gathering. But we were so recalcitrant enough because we knew what we were looking for. All the 10 points that I told you about, that is exactly what we're looking for. We maintain our Saturday presentation every day for almost 11 months, until such a time that the system was relaxed and the borders were open a little bit, the flights were moving, and then we all decided to come back to our various countries. And today, we are still doing it. We've not given up. So the stories are many, guys, but at least I've motivated you enough to know that the journey hasn't been easy, but it is not regrettable at all. It is not regrettable. So I don't want to waste much of your time. There's a lot to talk about, and at the right time, I think we're gonna do that. Okay. So I will end my experience here. And if there's another thing, then I'll come in again. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Hamza. Yeah, it was very, very touching, especially the way you struggled when you are going to Nigeria, and then to the point where they open up your office, and then now you shared with us this story when we were in Sierra Leone. Yeah, so for the benefit of some of the guys in the session here, the English is a foreign language to our people here. You guys, you are very lucky. At least most of the people speak English on your side. In Tanzania, oh no, the younger generation, they can speak English, but you have to speak very slowly a little bit. So I want.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. You remember something or what? You don't need to. Yes,
You should have warned me when I started.
No, it's okay. Come on, it's okay. It's okay. Yeah, and no, there's nothing wrong. Everything is fine. Everything is fine. Yeah. So I just want to wrap.
Fast.
Yeah, I want to wrap up so they can really understand who is Hamza. Now they know. As I told them, Hamza has been in the business for a long time, and he started when he was a young guy. He was single. Currently, Hamza is married. He has 2 children. He married a lady from Uganda. He's a Muslim, so he still have a chance. He can add on a second wife, third wife, fourth wife. So if you're in a room, you are single, now you know who is that. Okay? Yeah, so everything is possible. Everything is possible, so don't be surprised. Yeah, so apart from that, yeah, I'm just trying to wrap up. I'm putting some Swahili here now. Okay, so Hamza, you can benefit on just looking on the screen. Yeah, so ni washukuru wote ambao umeshiriki. Hamza yuko single, hayuko single, ana mke na watoto wawili. Mtoto wa kike ameoa Uganda, you know, so yeah, so dini yake inamruhusu kuongeza mke wa pili, wa tatu, wa nne. Kwa hiyo amewahi kuja Tanzania hapa, kuja Tanzania na marafiki hapa na nini. Kwa nataka tuniwakumbushe kwamba sisi wote tumeletwa hapa kwa sababu maalum, na ni wewe tukuweza kujua sasa unafanyaje, unatafutaje hicho ambacho Mungu amekuambia. Kwa naomba ujue hiyo challenge is part of the journey, kama alivyoshare story yake. Kwa hiyo na wewe pia ujue kabisa kwamba it is possible kuweza kubadilisha maisha yako. Inaweza kuwa una struggle sasa, Mungu anasema kama kuna kitu akiendi sawa, uliza, kuna watu watakusaidia. Bahati mbaya nadhani inakuwa ni shida kuuliza. Mimi nimemuomba haja share story hapa na ameweza kushare, nisingemuuliza it means tusingeweza kumpata hapa. Kwa hiyo ni vizuri na wewe ukawa na hiyo attitude, ukaweka maisha yako katika hiyo situation, kwa sababu hamna kitu kiko duniani hapa ambacho utakianzisha wewe. Vitu vingi vimesha kuwepo, swala tu ni kwamba tunateka advantage ya hivyo vitu na sikuweza kupeleka tunakotaka kupeleka. Sasa mara nyingi tunang'ang'ania milango ambayo imefungwa. Mara nyingi tunang'ang'ania milango ambayo imefungwa, na kuna wengine pia wanang'ang'ania milango ambayo imefunguliwa. Jaribu kuangalia huo mlango uliofunguliwa ndio kitu ulichopenda kufanya. Je, huu mlango uliofungwa si kuna mwingine unafunguka? Kwa hiyo uwe na flexibility mahala, na kama mlivyomsikia hapa alikuwa anafanya kazi hotelini akaacha na vitu kama hivyo. Kwa hiyo mimi ninachotaka nikukumbushe wewe unanisikiliza hapa, cha msingi jaribu kutafuta ni kitu gani Mungu amekupa wewe. Kila mtu anapewa gift yake na Mwenyezi Mungu, and you have it. Sasa sometimes tunashindwa kuthamini tulivyo navyo. Unaweza kuwa umekupa package, Mungu kakufungia pale, ukasema mbona imefungwa na ribbon nyekundu? Mimi maybe ribbon yangu nyeupe. Kuna baadhi hapa mnawenza, mmeolewa na wachumba, you know, wa kike wa kiume, na wakati mwingine unadharau kwamba maybe sio yeye. Anaweza akawa sio yeye kweli, anaweza akawa ni yeye. Kwa unachokisema hapa, jaribu kutafuta na kujiuliza what is inside of you. Inaweza kuwa hiki uko nacho ndio Mungu alichokupa. Sasa umekitumiaje? Unakifahamu kwa kiasi gani? Kwa naomba pia nakukumbusha na sisi wengine binafsi nishajitambua siku nyingi. I know what is my gift. Kwa na wewe nakukumbusha pia, you have it somewhere. You have it. Na mbali na kutafuta gift yako, pia tafuta purpose yako. Mungu alikuumbia nini? Kwa nini haujafa? Kwa nini Mungu kakuumba mwanaume, mwanamke? Kwa nini uko single? Kwa nini hauko single? Kila kitu kina sababu. So find your purpose. Find your purpose and then find your identity as well. Unajua sometimes wengine tunajiattach tusi kwenye vyama, tunajiattach kwenye makabila yenu, si mnajiattach kwenye nini? Hebu jitafute. Jitafute ujue wewe ni wa namna gani. Kuna vitu gani vya msingi ambavyo unavipigania regardless of what. Of course, mbali na kutafuta your identity, of course, you have an unutilized potential. Kila mtu anayo potential hapa. Mmemsikiliza Hamza ana share his journey, challenge na vitu gani. You have it. Una uwezo mkubwa sana. Unao uwezo mkubwa sana. Ni kwamba tunadhani you are just scratching the surface. Unajitikisa tu na vitu kama hivyo. Ni mara ngapi umejikwaa, ukucha ukakutoka, ukajikata, ukaumia wapi? Halafu baadaye ukapona, mambo yakaendelea. So you have something inside yourself. Kwa ninachotaka nikukumbushe wale uliohudhuria hapa kwamba kila kitu kipo. Of course muda tu ndo uko limited, lakini uwezo wako hauko limited. Uwezo wako hauko limited. Hapo unavyonisikiliza sasa hivi inaweza kuwa huko umelala au unajisikia vibaya. Hebu atokee simba tu au nyoka, uone ambavyo una uwezo mkubwa sana. Ukisema unampeleka simba mahospitalini, maodini, unampeleka nyoka kwa maodini, kuna watu watatoka mbio sana. Mbio. Kwa hiyo you have it. Kwa naomba usijidharau. Inaweza kuwa una struggle na biashara sasa hivi, una struggle na relationship, una struggle na vitu vingine vingi tu. Hamna kitu ambacho ni permanent. It's just a seasonal thing. You understand? Kwa naomba ukiweza leo, naenda kajiangalie kwenye kioo. Unaweza kuwa unajidharau sana, lakini there is something inside of you. Wewe una uwezo mkubwa sana. Kwa hiyo hamna kitu kinaletwa bure. Mmemwona Hamza alivyokuwa anazungumza hapa. Alipita vitu vingi sana. Shida, poteza hela za watu, ingia kwenye matope. So many stuff. Huko Sierra Leone. Yaani challenge ni nyingi sana. Sasa ukianza kupiga kelele, nimepoteza hiki, nimepoteza kile, it won't help you. It won't help you. Kwa sababu vitu vyote hivi Mungu ana sababu ni kwa nini anakupeleka huko. Sometimes Mungu anataka akutoe sehemu ambayo unataka usiende. Kwa hiyo anafanya vitu haviendi. Kwa hiyo unayenisikiliza hapa, try to ask yourself, jiulize, hiki kitu unachokifanya ndo chako kweli au umejibanza? Na Mwenyezi Mungu anachofanya always, kama kitu hakina baraka naye, kinakuwa ni kigumu kweli. No matter how hard you try. No matter utajisaidia, haiendi. Kwa naomba wewe jitafakari. Huyu Hamza unakuwa unamsikiliza hapa. Hebu angalia hizo challenges zipitia. Kwa nini hakuacha? Kwa nini hakuacha? Hebu fikiria, kwa nini hakuacha? Na vyote vimemfanya awe jinsi alivyo sasa. Think about that. Sasa kila mtu ana muda wake. Kwa hiyo naomba tuende kwamba Mwenyezi Mungu sometimes anakupusha, anataka kupeleke sehemu ambayo anataka uende. Wewe huyu unanisikiliza hapa, unao uwezo mkubwa sana. Tafuta gift yako. Okay? Tafuta purpose yako. Tafuta identity yako. Utilize your potential uko nayo, ambacho unataka ukumbuke. Kila mtu Mungu amempa kitu chake. Hicho cha kwako unacho ndani mwako. You have it inside. Wote tuna hivyo vitu vyote. Ukijisikiliza, hamna mtu atakuja kustopisha. Nobody. Unazo funguo. Kuna watu wameondoka duniani hapa, wewe bado upo unapumua. Si unanielewa? There is a reason kwa nini unapumua sasa. There is a reason kwa nini umeumbwa mwanamke. There is a reason kwa nini sasa bado uko single. There is a reason kwa nini una huyo boyfriend, huyo girlfriend, kwa nini una huyo mke. There is a reason for that. Sasa umeshatumia muda wako wote, nguvu zako zote uko nazo. Wewe ni wa 30%, wewe ni wa 60%, wewe ni 100%. You have the ability kubadilisha maisha yako. Kwa wale mnaofanya hii biashara, everything is possible. Jitahidi sana. Ongeza maarifa. Tumepewa hapa benefits or reason 10 za kutufanya sisi tuweze kuendeleza momentum ambayo tuko nayo. Kavitumie. Usipovitumia, the rest itakuwa tu ni history. Kila mtu ana safari yake, kila mtu ana story yake. Tulivyomsikiliza Bwana Hamza hapa, alikuwa anajaribu kuinspire sisi kwamba kumbe shida kila mtu anakutana nazo, na amego through a lot of stuff kujaribu kuweka uhalisia wa hiki alichozungumza. Kwa mimi ni washukuru wote ambao mmeshiriki, na imani it was useful. Hamza, I'm coming back to you again. Thank you very much for sharing with us what you shared. It's not going to be easy, but at least for those guys who can't understand English, at least I've shared some Swahili stuff somewhere here and there. Yeah, if you have any final words, Hamza, before I close.
Okay.
Yes, do you have any?
Well, my final words is to encourage each and every one of us and to let us know that for you to succeed, you need to have certain association in life. And one of the association in life you need to have is people who add up on you, not people who subtract from you. Okay? Because I've come to realize that in life, there are people who add up onto you. There are people who subtract from you. There are people who multiply you, and there are people who divide you. So think about it. Which category of people do you want to associate yourself with? Okay? Think about that. Which category of people do you want to associate yourself with? Because I have never ever seen successful people going on demonstration and holding placards and say things are hard. Those that I see who always go on demonstration and complain things are hard are those who sit with people with small minds. So when you go around and sitting with people with small minds, definitely you will be like them. So my closing remarks is associate yourself with people who add up and expand you. And you yourself, you have to know that you need to have what you call limited association with people who don't add up to you. Or what we have expanded association. That is those who add up to you, you expand, your association into them. And then those who are just not, good for you, you discontinue association with them. And know that you are doing this for your own good. You are not doing it for anybody. Today, as I'm sitting over here, today is Wednesday. I mean, I didn't struggle to come out of my house. I came out of my house somewhere around midday, 12 o'clock. Okay? Nobody's going to ask me, why did you leave at the house 12 o'clock? Nobody's asked me anything. Nobody's going to call me to tell me that, where are you? Nobody's going to tell me anything. That tells you that I am highly independent. I'm totally on my own. And I'm not complaining. Why? Because whatever I built, every single month, substantial amount of money comes into my account. Either I work, I don't work, I have built a legacy. And so far as the legacy is still there, I'll still continue to earn serious income. And we keep building. With all my experience, I've not given up. I'm still building. I'm still looking for new opportunities in forever in the business that we are doing. I'm still trying my best, and so on and so forth. So if it can happen for me, it can happen for so many other people within your region and even beyond your region. It means it can happen for you. The only limitation is self-imposed limitation. And one of the major self-imposed limitation is what we call procrastination. Procrastination. It means you keep postponing things. Something that you have to do today, you want to do it tomorrow. Something that you have to do today, you have to do it next week. Something that you have to do today, you have to do it next month, etc. That is a major self-imposed limitation. Run away from that. And the other self-imposed limitation is to blame other people for where you are right now. Where you are right now is not the fault of your father. It's not the fault of your mother. It's not the fault of the government. It's not the fault of anybody. Where you are right now, take responsibility. It's your fault. If you want to change, it is possible. The next 2 years, the next 3 years, the next 4 years, things can be better. If you look at today where you are right now and you tell yourself the next 5 years, I want to change. I want to be the person that I want to be. You can do that. Okay, so don't blame nobody. Okay, then the third one is don't give excuses. Don't give excuses because of this, because of that, because of this, because of that. I can't do this, I can't do that. The sun is too hot, it is raining, the traffic is in town, oh, the inflation, etc. Don't do that. It is called self-imposed limitation. It's not God who imposed it on you. It is you who impose it on yourself. Because at the same economic condition blows on all of you in Tanzania, but people are still enjoying themselves. People are still having good life. People are still building houses. People are buying new cars. People are taking their kids abroad for school. But the same economic condition blows on all of us or all of you out there. So what is the difference? The difference is the way you visualize. The difference is the way you see things. So don't give excuses for anything. Okay? Hardship will continue to be hardship so far as we live in this world. And it did not start today. Okay, hardship started long before we were born. So it's going to continue. And few years to come is going to be even harder than today. So the only thing I can say is let us believe in ourselves. Okay. Don't allow anybody to belittle you and continue working and working and working, and you'll be successful. Thank you so much. That's my closing remarks.
Okay, Hamza, thank you so much. We'll put this video on YouTube. So once it's done, I'll forward to you the link so you can share with your team members, whatever they are. Yeah. Thank you so much. Yeah. So
okay, thank you so much. I'm so grateful. Thank you.
Yeah, enjoy the rest of the day. For us here, 8 but something sort of. Yeah. Okay.
We have another big one. We have another bigger one when you let me. Okay.
Okay, fine then. I will let you know. Okay. Thanks. Haya, hapa okay, ndo mwisho wa session hapa. Kwa hiyo nawashukuru wote mlioshiriki. Tutaonana tena Sunday. That's the end of it. Mungu awabariki na usiku mwema. Yeah.